All right, today we're going to dive deep into the really atmospheric and poetic world of NecroVeil's Lady in Black. This is a track that is just steeped in shadow and ritual, and by kind of pulling apart the lyrics, we can really uncover the incredible journey it describes. And the song just throws you right in. It doesn't waste a second. It opens with this one line, dropping us straight into this mysterious, almost sacred space. There's no buildup, just pure atmosphere. You can almost smell the candle wax, feel that hushed reverence. The stage is immediately set for the enigma that's about to unfold. So, at the heart of this whole thing is this central character, the Lady in Black. But who is she? Or what is she? The lyrics, they don't just give you a straight answer. Instead, we just get this series of really poetic clues. So our first job here is to piece them all together. What's so interesting is that the lady isn't your typical figure of darkness. Not at all. She brings velvet silence, which sounds like this comforting, full kind of quiet. Not an empty one, you know? Her presence is all tied up with the night, and her shadow literally calls out to the narrator. But, and this is crucial, she doesn't promise loss or sin. She's no tempter. She's more like a guide, just offering a reflection of a totally different state of being. Okay, so once we've kind of established the lady as this mysterious guide, the song's focus actually shifts. It stops being just about her, it becomes about the narrator, and this really profound internal evolution they go through as they start to follow her path. What's really cool is how the song gives us this before and after snapshot of the narrator's very soul. We get to see their state of being before they encountered this presence, and then we see how they are just fundamentally changed by its influence. And this, right here, illustrates that shift perfectly. On the left, you've got this statement of total self-reliance. I was strong long before. But look at the right. That strength is transformed. It's not just solitary anymore. Now it's blessed. Every single step is now guided by this newfound connection. It's a move from pure independence to a kind of strength that exists within a sacred context. So to really get this transformation, we have to decode the song's language. It's built on these incredibly powerful symbols, and understanding them is the key to unlocking its entire world. Let's start with the two most important ones. First up, the night. Now, usually when you think of the night, you might think of emptiness or danger, right? But here, it's the total opposite. It's a sacred space, like a cathedral, where the narrator feels blessed and guided. The night is an active, positive force, totally filled with the shimmer of the lady's presence. It's basically the landscape of this whole spiritual journey. Next, we've got the veil. The lyrics say, I felt your presence through the veil, and I follow where it lasts. So this isn't a wall, it's a permeable boundary. It suggests this connection between our world and another, or maybe between the conscious and the subconscious mind. The narrator is following this veil, this path that's right on the edge of perception, and they're trusting it completely. And all of this symbolism, this deep, deep devotion, it all leads to the song's central burning question. Is the narrator really following some external goddess, or is this entire journey happening somewhere else entirely? This is where the song takes a massive turn. Just as we've settled into this idea of a follower and their deity, the lyrics pull back the curtain and completely redefine the entire relationship. It's amazing. The first major clue we get is this line, I walk it from within. All of a sudden, the focus pivots inward. The path isn't some external road anymore, but an internal landscape that has to be navigated. The journey moves from the outside world directly into the narrator's own consciousness. And then, here it is. The ultimate revelation. This is the absolute heart of the song. After all this talk about being guided by her shadow, feeling her presence, the narrator comes to this conclusion. If I'm lost, it's just me guiding me. The Lady in Black, that divine guide, the shimmer in the night, it was all a manifestation of the narrator's own inner strength, their own wisdom. The guide was the self, all along. So the song's arc, when you lay it all out, is this beautiful three-stage journey. It kicks off with devotion to what seems like an external power. Then it moves through this phase of blessed transformation, and it all ends with this powerful epiphany that this divine power was sourced from within the whole time. It's a journey from worship to complete self-realization. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. The song frames this whole idea of devotion as a mystery, right? And maybe, just maybe, its greatest lesson is that when we're faced with the unknown, the most reliable, the truest guide we can ever find is the voice that's been inside of us the whole time.